Harrington, St. Helens.
Big man.
Big man.
What was Father Hannah first?
Father Hannah, then well, this was during Father Frank Harrington's reign that we got caught drinking the wine Christmas Eve. And spent 3 months polishing the candles. The nuns sent me down for 3 months after school. I took those candlesticks apart and we couldn't put them back together. Funny she gave up on us. I dumped the stuff in that stupid gold bowl. That's how she found out. I spotted the gold silk bowl.
Well, there's two paintings from the church. There's a lady in the Rocky one.
Are they really?
They're right up in front.
What am I?
We went down to St. Lawrence's before they destroyed the Holy Savior. All this stuff, the brand new pews and everything, taken up to St. Lawrence's and stored in the gym. And then Father O'Sullivan doled them out to small parishes throughout the whole state. We even rigged up an outfit and got the organ down out of the organ loft. Took it up. There was a bunch of ropemen and we took everything out of the Holy Savior Church and took it up to St. Lawrence's. But the lady of the Rockies got the two paintings on either side of the, up in the St. Mary's, the two paintings of Father Pierre, they came from Italy.
There was a lot of, that was one thing, like St. Helens, that they never had to ask for any money down. The church never had to ask for that. And then there was that grand old voice, Checo Pucci, with one leg who used to sing in the choir.
Yeah.
On holy days only. Boy, I'll tell you, he could sing out of the hair in the back of your head. Plus, he scared the hell out of me. He had a spittoon, used to spit in there. Checo was a hell of a singer. He had a hell of a voice. One leg. Come on.
What happened the day those kids were killed? 6 kids?
No, my dad told me, no, it was more than that. You mean the baseball diamond when they stole the diamond? Was it just 6? I thought it was more. It was a baseball field across from the Franklin School with an empty lot, and they had stole dynamite and blasting caps for the 4th of July, from what I can remember my dad said.
37.
37.
32? No, 37. 32.
I don't know what
30 or 32.
July 4th, 32.
32 was it, Ivan?
Yeah. What's that, bitch?
Either 30 or 32.
32.
Was it 32?
See, Ivan, you were just getting there, man. You were just getting there.
3 weeks before I was born.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got very close. They were blown up, apparently. And from what I can understand, there were pieces scattered for blocks.
One of them was my stepbrother, or he would have been my stepbrother.
Would have been your stepbrother. But they said they just blew them all apart.
They
Couple
couldn't
cases
tell
of
one from
dynamite.
the other.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's when they stole that dynamite.
Yeah, stole the dynamite. Caps and dynamite. Any more?
I was the guy.
Hi, Billy Johnson.
I got the last one for you.
I just saw pictures.
I think I got one that I've always heard, but I heard that some of the strip in Las Vegas started up in Butte. And some of the people from Meaderville went down to Las Vegas when they had to move.
It was Reno.
Was it Reno?
In Vegas, I think
Vegas too.
some of the moving forces in Vegas was Joe Lydon. Joe Lydon ran the Crown down here, and Joe was an expert in pan, whatever that was, and the lottery system. And Joe took that down to Las Vegas. And of course, there was a little lady by the name of Emma Schivo, and she had a little sandwich shop up from Louie's dad's barber shop. And her son went down there, and Frankie did a lot of work in the big places down there for a long time. What he contributed in the line of gambling, I don't know, because I only knew Frankie and his sister to talk to him. And but there were people, a lot of people from Butte.
But it was mostly Reno that people started.
Yeah, a lot of Reno down there too. But from Meaderville, I can think of those. And Joe White, sort of one Crown down here that went down there and did a lot in early stages of Las Vegas in gambling.
And Chinese lottery.
That was the other thing.
That started here.
That started here.
In Butte.
That was one of the things he took down, or Lydon took down, was the lottery.
You mean Keno?
Keno.
Yes. Yeah, Keno.
Keno.
We used to call it Chinese lottery.
Chinese
But
lottery.
that's what we call it up here.
You played that out in Meaderville? as
I
well
don't
as...
remember that, you know, we had craps.
Chinese that started,
Yeah, Chinese
I
started.
think the M&M is
You know, we had the standard craps and roulette and blackjack and the slots and all of that, you know, that never changed. You know, that, until they went out, until gambling went out in what, 46, 47, 47.
But they called it
I
Chinese.
can't, I was in the 40s or something like that, 47. Wasn't that long after World War II.
Yes, and it's, of course, you're older than me, and you know what I remember.
We beg your pardon. Anything else?
Mary Caboose.
Mary Caboose, yeah.
You know, they used to have widow, would they?
Right.
They rode all the lots, I
Yes.
was Senator Frank McGarry was the driver. And they put me swapping that thing. We went out the back gate of the 11. We went to her house first. And we unloaded all the wood in the yard, and she said, "Come in, Frank." And I was standing there, and she said, "Is he all right?" And he said, "Yeah." We went in. His hair, great big glasses, kind of clear color right down the middle. Frank and McGarry, he's right by. Holy man. That widow was a great thing to do.
Well, they did. They used to come around every winter and bring the wood around from the end cuts and all that for all the people down there. We had a lot of wood we had to stack. My dad said the same thing. It was I don't remember the guy's name. He lived down from Louis Fontana, right in front of Joe Williams' house. He had a little house down there, right at the beginning of Main Street, built on the right. My dad and Billy Wills helped the old man when they were making wine. And they had to carry it down the basement, and they went down and helped him crush it. And this is my dad's. And he said that the wine looked really, really good, and the guy was real happy. After Christmas, he invited my dad to have a glass of wine. Dad said, "Boy, it was damn good wine." And February and March, it got better. And he said, "Boy, just about blew your brains out." Never thought wine could get that strong. And theoretically, it can. He said, "Couldn't get out of the basement." My dad was a good drinker.
Yeah.
And he said, "Couldn't get out of the basement." Come home a lot of times. April. He stopped my dad in the street. He said, Barney, come in. The wine, she's gone. The wine, she's gone. No good. Dad said, "No, Dad, you have the wine. That little wine." He went down the basement. Sure enough, drew the wine off. I still nothing. Had nothing to it. Like water. Zip, nothing. Bothered the hell out of him for a long time, and they figured out what happened. The guy had a little coal and wood stove upstairs. And it got 35, 40 below. And it got colder and colder, and what happened? The barrel formed ice inside. Chunks of crystals of, the water portion of the wine started to crystallize. And these guys sucked all the alcohol off. And then come April, the ice melted, and they haven't got damn wine up. They got good cold water, but they wasn't the wine. So I need to figure out. My dad said, "I couldn't figure out what happened to the wine." He said, "Because, boy," he said, "you got you on your heels after 2 months." And after that, but it froze. Must have got so cold down there that, well, I can't freeze, but it can crystallize. You get it cold enough, I guess it would. Built a lot of houses. Anaconda Company built most of them with Meaderville.
Yeah.
Car stakes,
Cars,
nails.
and their nails and their buckets. They never had a bucket that didn't have them.
Yeah, it had the bottom swayed like this.
Yeah.
Needed somebody to send you up to the tramway. Go up and get me some 8s and 16s and blah, 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 blah. Kids would go up to the carpenter shop and bring home the nails. And the wood to build the garages on.
How about all the signs that were torn down? All those big signs they had along the highway?
Well, that one book over there has got the big signs right in front of Louis' house. I didn't know they were there, but you know that lot north of your house? There were 2 big signs there, 2 big bulletin boards.
Those advertising signs.
Yeah, big ones, yeah. That's where we used to park the car for 25 cents. And that was fun. What else? Come on, Jim. Anybody? Somebody's got to have more input than I have. No more? No less? It's my understanding that Jim McElottie is going to come down and give the same presentation on the Queen Edition, and he's got volumes and volumes that should be really something, because I'm supposed to let him know what happened up here tonight, so I can be ready for it. But it'll be a better presentation, I guarantee you that, because he's got a lot of material. And some of this stuff is Jim's and I wrote down here, so you'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back on that back table, there's a little envelope that Jimmy Matucci has. There's a pair of dice in there with Teddy Parrish's initial on it. There's a menu from one of Lydia's first menus. There's several boxes of matches, including the old stick matches from the Rocky Mountain. And then there's a gold medal in there that my dad won Montana State Golden Gloves in 1917. At 117 pounds. It was called the Young Man's Youth Association. It was statewide. It was the Golden Gloves.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Lynn.
On behalf of that historic Gary, can we refer to this talk at
That's okay.
in December, and we'll have our annual meeting in January. So the next meeting will be in February. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mark, thanks for
This is all open pit here.
A lot of the houses were just left, people pulled some copper wire out of the houses, bars, everything like that.
This is all gone. Oh, this is all gone now. You wouldn't find any of this. If you were to yeah, this is north here. This would be heading north and east towards Helena.
Okay.
Where's the copper concentrator? Over there somewhere.
Now, the concentrator right now would be, I guess it'd be down in this quadrant here someplace.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I don't want to lose that.
These people in McLean all own their own land, so they got good money out of it.
Yeah, McLean did better than we did, because we were on lease.
We didn't own anything, we were forced to.
Like your actor.
Leave it where they are.